Hey everyone, my name is Josh Gray. My good friend Taylor Graham and I are gearing up to go on a splitboard expedition to Camp Muir, located just below the summit of Mount Rainier. The gear we are bringing up includes our avalanche safety equipment, since we are going to be a few miles from any help, and avalanches are a very real threat when entering the backcountry. Our avalanche equipment consists of a transceiver, a probe, a shovel, and of course, a backpack to carry all that in. We brought food, water, and extra clothing layers as well. And we of course had our splitboards. Splitboarding is a relatively new form of getting yourself into the backcountry for some untouched, fresh turns. The concept is fairly simple. You take a snowboard and cut it lengthwise down the middle. Then you apply skins to the bottom of the board. The skins act a lot like a cat's tongue, smooth in one way and rough the other. The smooth side allows you to glide up the hill, and the rough side prevents you from slipping backwards with each step. There's an adhesive on the bottom of the skins, which sticks to the bottom of the snowboard. When you get to the top, you can peel the skins off and put your board back together and ride down. After getting it all set up in a touring mode, the only next step is to get trekking. The distance to Camp Muir from the Paradise parking lot is about 4.5 miles with an elevation gain of around 4,600 feet and can take anywhere from 5 to 7 hours to complete. Taylor and myself have attempted this route once before, but the weather moved in on us, making it difficult to even see Taylor, who was right in front of me. Seeing as how this is an exposed mountain with no boundaries or markers telling you which way will lead you back to safety, like you may find at a ski resort, we made the tough but necessary call to turn back, after only making it about halfway to our goal. While it was upsetting we didn't reach our goal, all that meant to us was we had to return. And that is exactly what we did today, a year and a half later. We planned everything better this time, although it is still very early in the season, so our expectations were realistic. If we didn't reach Camp Muir this time, it would just be another excuse to get back up. Which was just fine with us. The weather was definitely in our favor this time around. But one thing we did not account for was the gate in Longmire, 12 miles below the Paradise parking lot, did not even open until 9 a.m. And upon reaching the pay booth to enter the national park, the ranger working in the booth informed us the gate would close by 4 p.m. and we had to be back to our car by 3:30 p.m. With gearing up, this meant our time to complete the goal was much less than we'd originally planned for. We were left with a little under 5 hours to not only reach our destination, but be back at our car. Time was against us, so we adapted. We said to ourselves, it's still early in the season, only November. We will just be grateful for this experience, whatever comes of it. This trip is very personal for Taylor because his dad had unfortunately passed away shortly before our first attempt to Camp Muir. Taylor's mission was to spread his dad's ashes up there. He had the same goal today. We hiked several miles and even stopped at one spot to get a run in. The snow was soft and powdery. We couldn't just walk past without riding it. Then we transitioned back into tour mode and kept on walking for about 2 more hours. Once we got to the base of Panorama Point, the place we got turned around at before, we made the decision to put our boards together and boot pack up rather than try to skin up. We do this when the route is very steep. After lots of sweat, several breaks, and some time later, we made it to the top of Panorama Point. This is where we realized we didn't have enough time to make it to Camp Muir. Although a little upsetting again, we weren't too bothered by it, because we had the most amazing view of the most pristine, untouched runs, all ours for the taking, just below us, and we were very eager to ride them. We took a few pictures up top, had a little food and water, and then we dropped in. We knew the runs would be fun, but our expectations were a little low considering the time of year, and there was not a huge snowpack. Our expectations were exceeded in a big way. We both made noises we didn't even know we could make, from the sheer excitement and joy we felt as we rode some of the best terrain of our entire lives. Once we were at the bottom of our dream-come-true runs, we were at a loss for words. It was perfect. After we collected ourselves, we put our boards back into tour mode and skinned out, mentally mapping our runs for when we return, again, for attempt number 3 of reaching Camp Muir. We absolutely cannot wait to come back.